Oh.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
How do we sound?
How do we sound?
Good?
We tried a thing. Look, if we don't sound good, then we don't sound good. I don't know what to do about that. How's that crack coming through? How's that delicious can sounding?
Can you hear it in both ears? Now in stereo.
Does the can sound cold?
Yeah, is this the stream? Because I'm opening this.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cold to me. Is there anyone out there? Is there anyone alive? Can anyone hear me? Well, let's just do our stream, eh?
Yeah, sure. So 1942 was 30 years after 1912.
Yes, it was. And I'm gonna say 1982 is when this game was made.
Maybe. So 40 years after 1942.
This is... So we're playing on a Commodore 64. And it's exactly like the one we had as kids.
Yeah.
It's the what is it called? The X80 86 ZX.
They call it a portable computer.
It's portable. It's which means it weighs about, I want to say, 30 pounds, and it has a handle that is also used to prop up the screen.
So if you develop games and you're a competitive weightlifter, this is the perfect computer for you.
Exactly. I can do my farmer's walks with it. Sorry, I need to position my camera a little bit better. Yes, you're right. You think your Commodore 64 is really neato. What kind of chip you got in there? A Dorito? It's all about the Pentiums, baby.
Well, I'm sure there's some traces of Doritos in this thing.
Yeah, somebody loved this thing at some point. And now we love it. Now we love it. My husband got this for me for Hanukkah. It's a very special present. The exact computer I had when I was little. And
No, it's hard.
You know, I'm doing so much fuckery with my camera. I may as well just turn it and show you guys what this thing looks like.
Yeah. Let's get a shot of it.
There it is, little mighty thing. You can see that that handle there, that blue hinge. That's the handle, and it sits on that. And you pick it up, and you put the keyboard back on. The keyboard is like a little panel that acts as the cover. And then there's a tiny little screen there that you can't see, and a disk drive. And we're running a flash card on it right now, so we don't need the disk drive. But oh my god.
But that's how you would load like at least half of the games.
Oh yeah, you would.
I
sit
beat
there.
the level.
Oh my god, you actually did? I don't know that I've ever beaten a level on a Commodore game in my entire life.
In any Commodore game.
Any Commodore game.
No, I mean like I'm fighting for my life. I feel like this little guy is fighting so hard.
Oh, yeah.
He's producing such great little graphics.
This guy is fighting so hard. So like, we turned up the volume on the C64 because we're using a cable, like an S-video cable, to port it to the TV, and then the capture card picks up the audio from that. So we mute everything, and we just hear the audio internally. A little look behind the curtain. But even though we turn the volume all the way down on the C64, you can still hear it in there because it's making the music inside. Like, it amplifies that music and you hear it through the speakers, but even if you don't, it's still making all of those sounds in there.
Yeah, it's just like a record that, like, if it's not amplifying it, you can still hear a tiny sound of it being produced.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
It's like a little needle scratching away inside of it.
It is so mighty. This old thing.
Old lady, or I
old-
guess guy, we were saying.
I think it's a boy.
I think it's a boy. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Real quick. Let's look at some of our games in here. Nintendo boy, Super Nintendo girl, Dreamcast girl, PlayStation boy, PlayStation 2 girl. I'm noticing something. N64.
Boy.
Boy, yeah. We girl. Chrome has decided to stop cooperating with Twitch. Well, I've decided to stop cooperating with Chrome.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm de-Googling. I'm removing Google from my life.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I'm not going to pretend it's easy. Everybody's saying that they're removing Google from their life, but it's not easy to do.
Well, you don't have to remove it. You just have to use it less. It thinks it's everything, just like Amazon, just like Facebook. They think that they can make everything for your life, and you don't want them to be in your life that much. You want to use Google, as in search.
Yeah, but that doesn't really work anymore. I've actually started using a paid search engine.
Whoa.
It's too expensive, frankly. But I've been using it for a little while, and like any good tool that's supposed to work, it just does exactly what you expect it to, and you forget that you're using it. So I haven't had any issues with that. Yeah, paid. Yeah, we are on the same page, Aerothorn. A paid search. So I've basically sorted search. I'm no longer like, man, how am I going to replace the search I had? Some of these are going to take a while. Oh, we played this one so much.
Yeah, this is one that I remember.
Oh,
It was in like an actual like plastic case, right? Like one of those Disney clamshell things.
yes, I have quite a few of those actually. I don't have Bubble Bobble, but
Okay.
I wish I could convey to you guys. I've used a little bit of a filter to up the brightness on this capture card. I wish you guys could see how beautiful it looks on this TV screen. It's just glorious. I don't know if the camera will really show it, but it's like, you know, the black is black and the colors are so bright. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, I only used it on the little screen. I never seen it on a TV before.
Joe's mic it has some distortion to it. Is it all the time or when it's loud, or is it just when it's sliding? Yeah, see what you can do. I think we solved the stereo issue, but we're having other issues.
Just mine?
It's just yours. Well, he's adjusting things. No stereo. Yeah. Oh.
Is the stereo not working?
Yeah, it sounds like the stereo's not working. Very frustrating. Oh, no, wait. Good, no stereo? Oh, I see. You're listening on the phone. No duplicating of voices. Oh, I see. Okay. It was a good stereo from a nerd. We're okay.
We're okay? Okay.
We're okay.
Because,
sorry,
why did they listen if we sound like shit, is what I'm thinking. Like, why are you listening to us sound like ass?
Well, I think some people came late and they're hearing us post troubleshooting. We've been troubleshooting for a little bit. Yeah, Joe's voice sounds a bit blown out. The mics sound distorted. That's probably because we changed the balance. I can change it back, but then that'll put us in mono.
No, it sounded like that before. Maybe I'll just like turn the gain down. Well, wait, I turned it down a little bit. Does it sound any better?
I can turn us down a bit.
Well, like the distortion is probably something that goes through the sound thingy,
Yeah, it
like
probably
the
is.
external thing. So turning it down wouldn't help with that.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe after you play a game of Bob, you can take a look at the dials.
Or you can play.
I can play, or you can play. So another fun thing we're doing here is the C64 will run just fine on a with a Sega controller, because there used to be a universality to these things. They all ran on the same plugs. Sorry, it's taking me a bit to get used to the controls here. I'm hearing a little more of something, like a little more gain.
Yeah,
Voice volume may be too low now? Well, that was me. I turned it down. 1 second, please.
I need you to turn it up.
Yeah, I got it. Back to where it was. All right, it's back to where it was on my end.
Okay, it sounds good.
Oh man, the way this
But
slows
my mic
down.
sounds distorted.
I guess we'll have to just keep on
It
asking
sounds
you
okay to
guys for
me.
feedback. It sounds fine on our side, but
Oh wait, no, I hear the distortion now.
oh, you
Fuck.
do? No. Oh, I'm very dead. Dun. You think it's the positioning because you don't hear that distortion on my end? You think it's because it keeps moving? It could be that your mic keeps moving.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it is because mine is apparently not doing it. So it could just be that it's grinding when it moves.
How bad is it? Can I still go through a show like this?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's any way to restart the game without the keyboard here. You think it's livable? All right.
Okay.
We're gonna live. How about we live? We got games to play, guys. Let's live. I'll, you know what, just send me the doctor's bill, okay? For your terrible ears. Oh no!
Did you hand me it?
I did. I thought you were gonna... Well, I don't know why I needed you to... This, like... So, like, what I've noticed about C64 games is that they are always better than they have any right to be. Or, like, always better than you expect they're going to be. Graphically, control-wise, like, look at, like, other game consoles from this era. Look at Atari. Just absolute dog shit in every way, right? Shit graphics, shit controls.
Well, how much did an Atari cost?
That's a good question. What was
Because what did this cost? Like $4,000?
No, I don't know what this cost. Oh my god, we almost saw the whale. Wait, are we gonna see the whale?
No, because you died.
Oh, I see. Oh my god, I'm so scared of it.
Yes, this is a good version of this game. It's almost as good as the NES one.
Yeah, totally.
This is so much better than the Coleco. This is a lot better than the Atari.
Oh my god. Sorry to go after the Atari, but man.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I was watching a video about like Soviet computer games. It's like Soviets were permanently 10 years behind us with computers.
They just couldn't get the hardware.
Yeah, but they still had their versions of stuff, and one of those games they made was Tetris and became a huge hit. I just think that's interesting because we don't really think about that stuff being like really restricted to a country. You think about with nukes when it's like Iran is trying to make nuclear weapons. Like you hear that shit,
Yeah,
but
they've
like,
got the nukes.
but like, we don't even know that, like, you know, we didn't want the Soviets finding out about our computers.
About our cool video games. Well, I mean, I think, you know, Commodore 64, the fan community for Commodore 64 is completely concentrated in the UK, right? And I believe that was also a limitation of what hardware was available to them, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Cause in the UK, did they not have Apple computers?
I don't know if they did, but I mean, I have noticed just from getting these games running that that killed me. If you propel the villain, it kills you.
Nice.
I've noticed that that a lot of the C64 games are actually the same disc as the Apple games. So you just buy the game and it would have both of them on it.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just like different boot instructions for both of them.
So this is almost like buying an Apple computer, but like a different brand.
Yeah, totally.
Like you would do just as much like serious work on this.
Oh yeah, totally. There are so many applications you can use on the C64. You know, word processors, accounting software and stuff. And no doubt that's why our parents were curious about it,
Yeah.
because they could buy a video game system and use it for work. That's why I buy computers.
So did Dad use this like he'd bring it with him? He'd lug it, because you know they call it like a luggable or something.
He might have. I don't know. I don't know if he brought this to work. It seems a little bit like a toy, but that's because it was given to us as
Right.
a toy.
It was passed down and until it was just like in the hallway. We just like had it set up like at a desk in the hallway because like it was kind of bulky and nobody wanted it in their bedroom.
That's right. That's right. We just sat in the hall and played it. But it
Yeah.
was so special to us. We'd go back to it all the time.
Yeah.
And it just, you know, it had a very extensive library and you could kind of, you know, you could play around with it like a real computer. Yeah, I think our parents were interested in game consoles for, in computer/game consoles for work. And ultimately when, you know, they just got real and got real computers for that.
Well, what year was this?
This computer?
Yeah.
I don't know, like early 80s?
Yeah. So like before the Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Nintendo was called the family computer, probably to tap into this kind of market.
Yes, yes. Right. Everybody in the whole family could use it.
But it was really a toy, and they, you know, maybe went a little more with that than Commodore as a company.
Well, yeah, nobody supposed that you could do your work on a Nintendo.
Yeah.
Although I would love to find out that that's not true. I would love to find out that there's some Nintendo cartridges that are meant for doing work, like a Word Perfect or some shit for NES.
Yeah, maybe.
I would love to find out about that. I'm sure people have done it since, made apps for the Nintendo.
Do you think that banana is the, like, Andy Warhol banana? It looks just like it, doesn't it?
That would have been like sort of a contemporary thing to pay reference to.
Yeah, except no, it's a different banana.
No, I think yeah.
But that'd be funny though if like he could like sue over that.
I mean, that would be a fun story for us to look back on. Andy Warhol suing a Japanese company, a video game company, for some shit that he stole from somewhere else. I mean, that sounds like a very modern day lawsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, like who files a lawsuit? It's like Austin Powers. Who throws a shoe?
Honestly.
Honestly, like Drake has been throwing around lawsuits.
Yeah, well, that's all he's got.
That's all he's
He's
got.
got the law on his side. Well, I mean, yeah. If there was any justice, he would not, but he does.
But there is justice. It was he basically had it stuffed down his throat.
The biggest concert of the year in the world.
Just like
It's about how he's a pedophile.
just like the most shit a human being can ever eat. It's like he banned his friends from watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, he sure did. Wait, he did?
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but it sounds funny, and that's good enough. It's like, you don't know if any of what Kendrick says is true. It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter because he's good.
Because he's good, so I believe him.
It's like, yeah, like, you know, people like Drake try to make themselves look like a good person. But I think Kendrick does it a little, but like he mostly just like, you know, he mostly just like kills. Like he's there to kill. Like he's vengeful, he's angry, he's not your buddy.
No, he's not your buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. I am definitely hearing that distortion.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do about it. It seems
Am I kicking it?
No, I think it is when you speak louder, there's like a gain problem or something.
Should I turn the gain down?
Yeah, I think you should. Try that. We're turning down Joe's gain. What do we think?
I turned down your gain too.
Oh, so that it's fair?
Well, I don't know which is which. Am I the one on the left or the right?
I still hear a little distortion on you. I don't know either.
Yeah. You hear it. Like
yeah. I mean, it sounds okay. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Well, is it too quiet now? Because I had it turned up on the gain so that we'd be louder.
All right. Well, he turned down the gain on both of us, so we'll see. The CATV says the mic is growing on them. They like it now. All right. Shall we move on?
Yeah. Every part of that sounds so different. It's like they had it slower here.
I know, Gabby, you want Joe to move away from the mic, but if he does that, then I'm pretty sure the filter is going to knock him out.
What?
I'm pretty sure like the noise gate would kill your voice if you moved away from the mic.
Is that what's causing the distortion?
The noise gate?
No, that I'm too close to the mic.
I mean, it's never done it before. We've sat close to the mic every time. They're our friends. They want little kisses. It sounds better right now. Okay. All right. All right. At some point, we are going to cut off caring about the mics.
No, we're not. We're going to keep bringing it up.
No, we're going to stop caring. We're going to stop caring now. So, these are not all games that we played. In fact, I would say most of the games on here are not games that we played. But if anybody has a recommendation...
You think they've played them?
I don't know. Do you think anyone on the stream is older than us?
Yes.
All right.
But they don't necessarily remember this.
All right. All right, you old geezers.
Yeah, show yourselves.
Yeah, rub your two brain cells together.
Reveal your power level.
That's right.
Recommend a game from Commodore 64, if you have any.
Turrican? You emulated it on C64 and you like it? What games do we have as kids? We had...
I just remember Bubble Bobble.
Yeah, well, we had a game called Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
It was a simulation of basically being 6 and playing with cars. Oh, man. Is this for real?
Cybernoid, The Revenge.
Is this a new game? Look at this shit.
Yeah, you think this is a new game because it's cool.
Because it's cool.
You're tricked into thinking that this is not something from 1987.
This looks so cool.
Of course. I mean, it's like...
Listen to this fucking music. No,
It's
but
like...
this sounds like it was made recently, like it's chiptunes.
Yeah, well, we don't know, I guess.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. This rules. It jumps completely out of time.
Yeah. But you gotta understand that every person thought that they were living in the present. Every person in the past thought they existed in the present. And when they made stuff, it's just like when we make stuff, in the present.
Yeah, right. It's always in the present. It's always now. That's why it's great art to us, because it makes the time period that it was made in come right back to life. It's like one of the most, like, you know, people talk about like art being like an empathy generator, and like I feel like, you know, the word empathy gets like completely overused, but the idea that some time in the past wasn't just dull and dusty is like to see it as more alive than that.
Yeah.
Is to empathize with so many people who came before you. And when you make art that feels now and it draws people into the now, you can take them to any time period. You can put them in a time machine and send them back, and they can briefly be alive in another time period. That was a pretty big bong hit.
Did anyone hear it?
What?
Anything that we're saying?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they heard it. They heard it loud and clear. They heard it extra loud.
I'm gonna turn the gain up on Meredith's mic.
Oh, you can't hear me?
I'm asking, can you hear Meredith?
No, they can hear me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So also what I love about this is, like, we haven't even fucking played it yet.
Might not be able to without the keyboard.
Oh, no joystick? It might work. No, this looks like a joystick game. Let me try the other port.
Like the other controller. Something? Doesn't work correctly.
Not working right?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm meant to do. I can explode. It's like, yeah, it sounds like an issue you were describing before, that it wasn't working, the buttons weren't doing the right thing. Maybe it's one of the ports isn't working.
No, the ports are both working. It's
Uh-huh.
just that some games plug into port 1 and some plug in and respond to port 2. But this worked before with the controller?
I mean, this game, I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you selected, like, the game with the keyboard, you mean?
Yeah, the last game. Can you put it in the first port again?
Yeah, sure.
It's typing and stuff. You see that?
Oh, yeah, weird.
It's typing by itself. It's saying 2 + 2.
There you go.
Thank you.
I love,
No!
you know who freaks the fuck out when you unplug the controllers? Nintendo,
Yeah.
right? You know who never freaks out when you unplug the controller and plug it back in? Commodore. No problem, it says. You unplug that shit, plug it right back in the other port. That's okay.
You mean like you get like a fucking pop-up that's like a controller has been unplugged. It's like what kind of game obsessed freak do you think I am, that I'm gonna like throw a tantrum if I die because I my controller disconnect? I guess maybe there have been games where I've been thankful to have that.
Well, yeah, I mean, Nintendo didn't even like it didn't pop anything up. Nintendo would just like the console would just get all fucked up from you touching it, you know? Like it would freeze. So you were terrified of changing the controls, right?
Um, no Odell Lake.
That's a shame. Like, all right, but this is kind of a beautiful thing. Like, you emulate these games and you buy like a game pack and you realize that most of the games you played on this console that are significant to you are completely forgotten.
Yeah.
Nobody's passing them, nobody's putting them in the capsule and sending them into space. Cute. Look at that 1985. Handwritten looking.
Yeah, like these cartridges are basically museums.
Yeah.
This stuff is coming to space with us.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but a lot of the games that we played when we were kids are not going to. They're only important to us. So we need to, you know, embark on a mission to spread the knowledge of these games that were meaningful to us. You know, Joe, I feel like we're bringing Scorched Earth back into people's awareness.
Why are people talking about Scorched Earth a lot?
No, it's just you and me still, but I feel like more people know about it.
Yeah.
That, like, Scorched Earth is getting a bit of a resurgence. Like, some streamer with 2 million followers is going to be playing Scorched Earth, like, relatively soon.
Yeah.
And then we're off to the races, right?
Maybe. I don't know. There might not be any races. It might just be a few games here and there.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, something doesn't have to necessarily trend. But, yeah, I suppose it would be, I would like to act as if, like, everyone already knows about Scorched Earth. Because, like, it's a classic to us.
Yeah. And, you know, the original creator owns it, you know, like, he has a website for it, but it hasn't been updated in, like, 20 years.
Yeah, well, I couldn't find it because I went to the link in Scorched Earth, and it's like a 35-year-old link, and it wasn't, you know, active.
Oh,
so,
I see. It was like a website link?
Yeah, there was some website in the game, and I don't know if it was, like, made later or anything.
Yeah.
But the link was not active when I tried it.
I mean, the game is still well loved, but it's not like anybody did a remastering of Scorched Earth.
Yeah.
And, like, when you own your own game like that, you know, you decide whether somebody does something like that to it.
I don't think it needs to be remastered. It's already mastered.
I absolutely agree with that, but, like, it should be on Steam. Maybe it's on Steam. I don't know.
I don't know.
It should be on Steam for, like, I don't know, a couple bucks. I mean, look, I'm not gonna pay. It's shareware.
Yeah, what is it worth?
To me, well, if I had never played it before, I think it would be worth $5 or less.
That sounds reasonable. I think $4.99 sounds about good for Scorched Earth, the mother of all games.
The mother of all games.
It's like a deck of cards is like $5, right?
Yeah, right. A deck of cards, which, like, if you know the rules, you and your friends and your family are gonna play with those cards for hours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're gonna love Scorched Earth, the $5 game, until the sun burns out.
And
we never paid anything for it. We just had the shareware, right?
We just had shareware. And, like, shareware is so insane to me. I try to think about being a software developer during shareware. And, you know, I jumped into game development like 8 years ago. And I still don't know shit about what it was like to develop games before I did that. And shareware in particular seems like such a fascinating era because it sounds a little like making webcomics or making content on the internet. You know, where you're just like, I made this, it's free, check it out, and it will excel on its own merits because you'll decide what it's worth. And enough people are gonna, like, mail in the $12 and, like, fund the existence of that game. mean, so many great games started as, you know, some guy on Usenet sending it to like a few people.
Oh, shit.
Or like some educational thing like, oh man, this is great.
No, fuck you. Fuck you. Showed him. No, fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hate this guy. Fuck you.
There are physics on this console that are far beyond what Nintendo could do.
Yeah, that's a really good Muybridge horse right there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and then you can't do this on Nintendo. Commodore does.
That's a great 80s song right there.
Yeah,
Can't do this on Nintendo.
that's the Genesis commercial.
Commodore does. Oh, I see. That's what Sega sang. You can't do this on Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's
16-bit graphics. You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Oh man, they really said that. I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard that like said by people online for years, but it never occurred to me that that's like an official Sega song.
It was really bitter back then. They mentioned each other's by name.
I just remember Sega's Game Gear commercial being like, do you want to play Spinach Green or Vibrant Colors? And it just like shows like bloop bloop like poop falling on the Game Boy, and then like a close up on Sonic running really fast on the Game Gear, really colorful.
Yeah, they had a commercial with like a Genesis in like a rocket car. It's like, that's Genesis, and like they show like a beat up old truck, just like, wait, and like, this is Nintendo. This song.
Oh man.
And it's like, it even shows Super Mario Kart on the TV on the pickup truck.
That's so fucking funny. Oh man, I forgot all that shit. And yeah, like,
You know that the Genesis has blast processing? Nintendo doesn't.
oh my god.
What is blast processing, you might ask?
Do they-
Let's just show you.
All right, do you go through periods where you're just fascinated by this particular type of thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like when I found out that they really said what Nintendo made up something called blast processing and advertised that.
Not real.
Not real.
Not real.
It isn't anything.
Oh my
It's
God.
just something that they think they can say.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, well, it was just like if you could use words that would suggest that it was like more powerful than the other console.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you would use any way you knew how to do that. So like, I mean, you know, in some ways it's more powerful. I guess the games are faster.
Well, Nintendo, when they were talking about Nintendo, they meant NES. So they were able to advertise for a short time a superior console.
Right, before the Super Nintendo came out.
Yeah.
Right. Sonic was cool looking when you were still playing a Nintendo.
Yeah. It's, you know, Super Mario Brothers 3 had to be really good because they now had like competition from Sega.
This looks dope.
Yeah.
this.
What am I supposed to do? What am I?
Yeah, what are you?
I like when a game does that. It's like, what am I? It's like, this is the kind of thing people would make now.
Yes.
It's like, you don't know what the fuck is going on. Did they just make this game yesterday? It's a modern game, isn't it?
This looks like a Pico 8 game.
Yeah. Oh, shit. This,
You know, this might be a modern game. We don't know. I love that about tonight.
well, yeah, because either way, it's using this fucking thing to its full potential.
Yeah, we're playing it on a computer. Like this isn't not a computer. Not a computer. We're playing it on the computer.
Yeah, it's computer. It is computer.
It is computer.
Drive error. You know, that thing has been flashing.
Uh-oh.
I hope it's not in danger or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Are we even using the disc?
No, we're not using a disc in there.
So why would it be flashing?
It's saying a drive error.
Oh man, this game is freaking me out.
Maybe we should reset it.
Check the disc and press fire.
I think maybe it's looking for something that this game would need.
Yeah, okay.
You might just need to reset.
That was still really cool to see a little of that.
It stopped blinking.
What was the name of that game again?
I don't know. That was cool. I will have to run the video back and find out what it's called.
I'm not sure if it's like still selected what I had. Oh yeah, Ricks or Dicks? No, Picks.
Kicks, right? Quicks.
These are P's.
Oh, I guess it's that's a Q at the end.
Okay. Great. Kicks.
That was great.
Yeah, this one's called Poo.
Pod. Sorry, guys. Once again, I can't tell if this is a new game or not.
Well, it's not because they just forgot to put the date on it instead of proudly displaying that it was from the 2020s.
Oh my God. You're just like, you're coming for all of the modern developers at once.
I mean, you have to roast those geeks a little so people know their game exists, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, you
like
gotta...
Poo.
Poo, which is legitimately just made in the 80s, right?
How the hell do I even begin this game?
I don't know that this game lets you begin. Yeah, you might need the keyboard. Try 1, or wait, yeah, press 1. 1 or 2 and control to start. That's so confusing. Do they want you to press 1 or 2 and control, or 1 or 2 no matter what and control? What the fuck? Oh, did you
They
got
just
it.
want you to hit control. I had no idea which control was. It's the one that says control on it.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, I can't figure out how to
Can't
control
control
this.
it with this, yeah.
The control button controls it.
Oh. Or 1 or 2?
Well, I won somehow.
Looks cute.
Yeah, there might be some games that are worth going back, just playing later on a more realistic desktop. I mean, I guess I could move my microphone closer.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of awkward to play with over there, though.
Yeah. I mean, no, you would be sitting lower. Yeah, like you can't sit from here and look at it. You'd need to be at a desk.
Yeah.
The vantage point is not great to this tiny little monitor, so it's great to see it on the TV.
Rim runner. Oh my God.
Does everybody have like Steve and Gary, like #1 guys?
I guess that was a thing. Yeah, this is like someone's like pranking us. This is all just like UFO 50 games.
Yeah, seriously, right? That's exactly what I was thinking.
No.
This shit looks crazy.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
A lot of these C64 games have great UI.
No.
Right? Just beautiful little oh man. And like trying its absolute hardest to do like parallax scrolling.
Yeah, it's glitching the hell out.
Yeah, but it's playing it. It kind of looks like, kind of looks like the thing they want if you just ignore the flicker.
It is pretty bad. No!
I can ignore it
Shut
because
your
I can
fuck. I hate him.
I can see how ambitious this is.
killed my Yoshi.
Oh, this is like you gotta admit, like these games are like if a system came out in between Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's they have like a shared ancestor.
Yeah.
Uncle Commodore.
A screenshot of these games look great in a magazine, and then you play the game, and it's not all that. Yeah. No, I'm sure that happened a lot. I mean, I don't know how many of these games are actually fun to play. But...
Yeah. And how many people were like, you know, really happy with this? Like, do you think people were like disappointed? Because
yeah,
I think it's a great console. It's just expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what these games cost.
I don't know. Although nothing actually.
Yeah, nothing.
That's why you get a Commodore, because the games are all free.
You just
have to know a dad, and like you're a dad because you have to be a dad to have this computer. You have a dad job, and another dad will give you the goods. He'll give you a big Chinese food smiley face bag full of floppy disks that you will, you know,
oh my God,
go to the
right.
store.
You're right. That's where all the games came from.
Yeah, like you like put. I don't know if that specifically was like a Chinese food bag.
No, but that sounds like something Dad brought home. Like the idea, like we would go over at our friend's house and hang out with a friend, not pay attention at all to what Dad is busy doing. Dad is busy getting the games from the other dad. Dad is like, I got this new one. Here, let me make a copy of this for you. This one's great. Take one of these too, and it's all his handwriting, and we just get those, and they're just in our lives forever.
Yeah, like the dad network gets you games for free if it's that easy to copy them. Nintendo, we had to buy those. We couldn't cheat our way through Nintendo.
I mean,
not until we got like super Pentium motherfucker PCs that you could connect to the internet and download them.
All right, here's a question.
That concept was also introduced to me through the dad.
The dad. All right, here's a question for you. How typical do you think this happens? A kid is talking to his dad about video games, and his dad is like, "I think I can torrent that one for you," and just pirates it for him.
How often? Like out of the amount of games they do buy?
Yeah.
I would say that PC games are harder to pirate now, but you can still do it with pretty much any PC game. Mm-hmm. They've been, you know, Netflixified, where they're sort of like more convenient to just buy on Steam.
Right.
Or like if you have some sort of game subscription, you can just play it like on the Switch or whatever. It's like, you know, this is convenient. I don't have to torrent any of these games. Pirate them.
Yeah. I mean, people pirate my game. I see it on BitTorrent.
Do they like it?
I don't know. They don't I haven't seen any comments on the torrents.
Yeah,
I want to see.
Well, I think the feedback would be, how many seeds does it have?
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't look at that.
Okay.
Because I didn't try to download it myself.
Yeah. You see how many seeds it has, and you'll see how popular it is.
Okay.
It's like there are people who, because like I have a video site that uses like BitTorrent, and like you can see what people are seeding my Pete the Power Cuck video. There are people who love that video and are seeding it.
They're seeding it. They're like part of a massive network of people keeping it in rotation.
Yeah. They have it downloaded and they want it up.
They want it up because it's kind of rare, right? Because you took it off of YouTube.
I guess, yeah, for a little while I did.
Yeah.
It's back now, but yeah, it was rare, and it had multiple viewers seeding it on the torrent thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, Pete the Power Cuck, like it. I feel like it hasn't had its day of like, you know, sort of everybody collectively realizing that shit ruled, but that it was hard to see for a few years.
Yeah.
People are gonna come back to Pete the Power Cuck.
Well, I need to come back to it because I want to make more of it.
Uh-huh.
And, expose the entire goof truth. Because there's so much more, but I'm not willing to just talk about it.
No.
I want it to be in exquisite animation form. It has to look more and more like Disney.
Yeah, the more you talk about it, the more you take its power away.
Oh no.
You need to let it keep its power. You think if I was making a game for 3.5 years, you think I'd start telling people what the story is?
Oh yeah, well you wouldn't, but only because you know that you shouldn't do that.
Yeah. I know I shouldn't do that because that would ruin it. It's a surprise.
That's right. Like there's a lot to behold there. And like you can't just like show people like I made a new animation. Like you should keep as much of that under wraps. I like how you just show yourself animating stuff. You don't keep it there for people to comb through and like you just give them the tidbits and like you don't have like a big you have like a big like media page full of like every single animation of the game.
Right. And just posting it on social, like posting a high quality GIF of it so people can see the animation and it becomes part of like the promotional material of the game. But it was just something I was working on. It wasn't something that I wanted to actually share far and wide. I want people to like watch it like if they tune in, and then I want them to quickly forget about it. That's like, I want people to see me working on it because they're interested in knowing how it's going. But if I start telling them everything, I just know like there's a point where a work it belongs more to its audience as a concept than a real thing.
Yeah.
Where there's just so much more talk about it than the real thing that it starts to seem like I don't even want the real thing anymore. And then I won't make the real thing anymore.
Or that the talk was the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of the time it is, But you can also kill something and turn it into that. Like, turn it into the talk. This little plane is beautiful.
Yeah, kill everybody. I guess that person needed to be saved.
You can't simply go to Pirate Bay anymore. You can't? Where'd it go?
It didn't go anywhere.
People are always saying it's gonna go.
I mean, like, maybe they can block it, but you could probably still access it some other way.
I use, I don't even want to tell people what I use.
Well, yeah, I mean, you should use a VPN to hide your activity.
Yeah, I
So,
do.
This is not a commercial. We're not about to do the commercial thing. Ass looks at camera. You know what's really ass? Government spying on me.
Is that what the commercials for VPN look like?
Well, that's like a typical angry video game nerd episode where he just starts doing a commercial in the middle of the video. That's what YouTube wants you to do now, and it's ass.
Yeah, that's what Twitch wants us to do right now, but Joe and I are determined to give you the real deal on this show. That's why we are just going to drink our liquid deaths.
Or did they make liquid death sweeter? Tastes like ass.
I am so grateful that for my level of involvement in YouTube and YouTubers, because like I'll like discover some YouTube channel and listen to it for a little while and then move on. And I don't know anything about like them. That seems like such a deep dimension of YouTube to like know a lot about a YouTuber.
Yeah, because like how many YouTubers are there? There's like 1 million YouTubers, right?
Like who have subscriber bases above what?
I don't know.
Like I'm talking about, people who are like professional YouTubers. How many of those are there?
Like 1 million.
There's 1 million of those.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
How many accounts are there? Like 50 billion?
Well, look, I mean, I just feel like I'm out of touch with this sort of thing. But like, I go on Makeshift to see how your dog is selling.
Yeah.
And like, I see like your numbers are like way better than average. But then there's this other upper echelon that is just splorky from like YouTube.
Yeah, like you still don't have that good of an idea of how many views anything is, because I thought like 80 million views, that dog video, I thought that was like a lot, but like it's selling less than like Splorky, or like it's always like something that looks like something copyrighted.
Right. It just looks like an anime character or something. Or like one of them was like a shrimp. What's that?
I don't know, but I like it. It's cute. It's just a well-designed little doll.
Yeah, it's a cute toy. But yeah, I was like, what's this from? And it's some YouTube channel I've never heard of before.
Yeah, and that's like all of them that like you see it selling like hundreds of thousands of dolls and you've never even heard of it before.
Yeah, you've never heard of it before. So no, I think you're right. I think there are 1 million of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think you might be right. I think it might be 1 million.
Well, yeah, like think about how MagFest, how many people were at MagFest? Like 20,000?
Yeah, 25,000, I think.
25,000. So, yeah, like that's like a quarter of 100,000.
Yeah.
So like 40 times that.
That's how many YouTubers they're professional YouTubers.
Yeah.
1 million. 1 million. It's like
maybe it's more than that now.
Right. It's like it's an entire industry within one website.
It's a lot of industries. It's like everyone uses YouTube.
Yeah.
This is so freaky.
I know.
This is so fucking metal.
Jesus. No, I mean that is the Google thing that I do not have a plan for removing from my life.
Yeah. Well, you can use like a alternate front end to access YouTube videos without being on YouTube, if you don't mind the hairs and warts that you have to navigate. There's Invidious, which is basically you could just like go to if somebody sends you a YouTube link, you could just post the hash into Invidious and watch it off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can download the video. Other times YouTube blocks it. That's one way that you can avoid using YouTube.
You can watch the videos that get posted to YouTube, but you're not a user who's being like spied on when they watch the videos.
Right. Yeah. Like your activity is like, I don't know. It probably registers your activity as something, but it's not going to be like attached to you.
Right. You won't get targeted.
Yeah,
content.
It won't target ads and videos to you.
Interesting. That I this is going to be such a slow process. I have so little time to work on this. Like getting my mail off Gmail. I put it on a mail server, on a paid mail server.
No.
That so far is working great, but they don't have the same filters as Gmail. And that means that like the last like 2 weeks to stick to this, I have had to manually unsubscribe from every fucking thing that I've ever let Google let into my life. like, it's just relentless. I'm just like, this shit I went to like one event at this place in New York 25 fucking years ago. And they're still emailing me, you know? Like, there's so much of that. And I'm just like, oh, my former life somewhere else that I'm carrying with me in my fucking email?
Yeah, your Gmail inbox is always so disturbingly like overstuffed with crap. Mm-hmm. It's got to do with it being on the biggest advertising whatever in the world, Google.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm still getting all of it because, like, I just forwarded all my Gmail to this account. Yeah, like, Google was holding back the torrent of marketing shit that I was actually due to experience. And you give up at your own peril because now you got to sort through all that shit. So it's taking me a lot more. I had to declare email bankruptcy because it was about a week of me not being able to manage my emails, and that meant that I was losing track of replies much more easily. It was very, very stressful. And yesterday I had to make the difficult decision to never reply to any email before a certain date again.
Yeah.
And archive all of them. It hurt. I've done this. I've had to do this a couple times in my life.
Yeah.
Because I find that I'm very unhappy if I don't empty my inbox at least like once a week. Like, just see nothing in there.
No.
Do you ever do that?
What?
Empty your email inbox?
Yeah. I mean, I've backed it up and gotten rid of shit.
Feels good.
Yeah. Like taking a dump. Like a 30-year dump.
Although I do have emails from, you know, old friends and stuff that, like, I need to have all that stuff backed up because it's like my entire online life. Like,
yeah, whatever. I'll just delete it all. Like, fuck my online life. It doesn't exist. I need a real life kind of life.
A real life kind of life.
I need to be a dad who shares floppy disks with other dads.
Right, just go over your dad friend's house who likes dorky computer games.
Unfortunately, the internet has solved that. You don't even need to make an excuse to get the floppy disks. You can just like send shit over Google. Well,
that's right.
That's right. I guess I'm not going to be sending it over Google whatever to you.
No.
Google Drive.
Yeah, it won't work. Well, no, I'm still on Drive. I'm still on so much of this shit.
But I'm not sending floppy disk games like this over Google Drive. They'll talk down to me for that shit.
You know, I think you're really onto something here because I remember reading a while ago.
This game's really good.
It looks funny. Oh god, the way he spins around.
It's like ski free.
Oh yeah, right. You can control your speed a little bit, right?
You can go fast.
Cool. Right, you can fall. Yeah, this is great. So yeah, I'm just thinking like I remember I saw a tweet a while ago that was like seeing all this discussion about something reminds me of when my dad used to come home from a hard day's work and get on the phone and complain to his friend about the bat's design from Fern Gully. And so, you know, it like, you know, it's like it's this it cuts to such a specific idea, like the idea that like Like, you know your dad wasn't doing shit like that. He was doing real dad stuff. He wasn't doing that because he was up to some dad stuff. And I feel like real dad stuff is like sharing some games. sharing some new technology.
Yeah, like having a brand new one of these things and being like, you want some games? I got a bunch of games, you can borrow them.
Yeah, no, like when my kid comes up here in his pajamas to see what we're doing, we're sharing games. This is parental behavior. This is what moms and dads
Well, yeah,
do.
like you don't tell him that these games are from a dad.
No, but all games are from a dad.
All games come from a dad.
Or a mom.
Or a mom. No! I don't know. You said this was a boy. I think this is also a boy game.
This is a boy game.
This is kind of a boy console so far.
Yeah.
That Hot Wheels game, we should play that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of preschool games for this console. At least our parents had them.
Yeah.
There were Sesame Street games. That's not boy games. That's boys and girls. And I remember playing a visual novel version of The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And what else did I play that I wouldn't call a boy game on the Commodore? Odell Lake.
Yeah.
Not a boy game. What else? I mean, look, obviously Street Fighter was a boy game. Continues to be a boy game.
Yeah.
But Alf in the
boy game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a boy game.
Let's do some Hot Wheels. Wait, it's not here.
Yeah, it didn't work. Oh, what's The Hobbit? Can we see that?
Wait, it didn't work?
Hot Wheels? No, I tried to put it on the drive, but it has to be like flashed in this really specific way. That
I
don't
see.
Understand? Yeah. We'll have to just play the disc of Hot. If you want to do that at the end of the game, the show, we could just play the disc of Hot Wheels.
Wait, do you have the disc?
I have the original disc.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
It'll just take a little time to load. So.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, here's a visual novel.
Oh,
or
cool.
a text-based adventure.
You're in a comfortable tunnel-like hall.
PC Cloud over Google Drive, yeah. Do they have all kinds of document generating software though? Because I use that a lot. I think that's been the main thing for me is I need a drive, an online drive that also, you know, I can just like open up or start spreadsheets and documents and so like I just do so much of that. If I had to do that with another suite of software, that would be pretty annoying. But am I ready to make this sacrifice to get rid of Google?
You could just use the Commodore.
I know. I know. Keep everything.
You could use a typewriter. You could use the Commodore.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure everything you need has a Linux version of it. You might just need to get Linux.
Yeah.
Is it time for you to get for you to make a Linux partition? Like, I feel like I should just use my Linux partition because now I'm working in Blender. I can do it.
What if I make a PC build and I run Linux on that?
Yeah, I mean,
Could we play our games on it?
we could play Windows and Linux.
Okay. I'm thinking about building another PC pretty soon. That might be a little hobby of mine before long. And we'll see about becoming an operating system nerd. I don't know if I foresaw that for myself. Oh, this is another Frogger.
The F key doesn't work, so I guess we're going with slow.
Some of the keys you have to press really hard, like a few times.
Oh, okay.
Did the Hobbit not work?
Well, I couldn't type.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh man, great animation.
This is also a better version. It tells you that that's supposed to be a stream.
Yes. What a lovely song, too. Nice.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to go into the
The
holes.
holes.
Or am I supposed to get
I think you're right.
the thing on the left?
This is like real good controls.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Oh, cute. Oh, you get a bonus. Oh, I see. You got to go into all of them. Cute. Yeah, this is good Frogger. It's better than the arcade.
Dude, you think we have kangaroo?
Oh man, you should check.
Oh my god, I think there could be a kangaroo for the Commodore.
What's a fly?
This is a really good game.
Man, you're good at Frogger.
Thank you. I see what George loves about this game. It's like, I've talked about if I could have only one arcade game, because you really can only have one.
Yeah.
And I said Miss Pac-Man, but George Costanza said Frogger.
Frogger.
And he kept the game plugged in as he crossed the street with it. Didn't he like put it on a generator or something?
I don't remember this episode.
Oh, you didn't see it?
I would love to see this
Oh,
episode.
oh my god. Yeah, there's an episode about Frogger. He's like worried about the Frogger machine, like they're gonna throw it out or something. And it's like he has to like save the Frogger machine.
Right, and then the story has like an ironic similarity to the game of Frogger.
Yeah.
How fun. That's that's like Proto Curb right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Curb is the one. Seinfeld is associated with a lot of its own language, but Curb is associated with a big tragic ending.
No.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. It's always him getting chased off by a mob or something.
Yeah. No, he's
No, I have a good explanation for all of this.
yes, yeah. He's right. He's always like on the verge of being escorted away by the police for how rude he was without meaning to.
Fuck you, fuck you,
Les.
fuck you. That's
All right.
him like 90% of the time.
Well, where he stops being nice.
Yeah, like, well, he gets into plenty of fights.
He
He,
gets-
argues with everybody
gets
about the
into fights.
littlest things.
He misreads things, or he knows people are lying when he tells them they're doing something, and they say, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, you are." Oh, I see. They'll eventually dive.
Oh god, this is getting hard.
No, like I love the way these levels are designed.
Oh my god, this is a legitimate game. This is what I'm talking about. 1981, it's eternal.
Yeah.
I could play this forever. I could. Like,
Thank you, Chuck Benton.
thank you, Chuck Benton. Like, like you could be stuck playing this forever. I guess, a console version of a game that you got for free from a dad feels a little bit more fair than like an arcade where you just like put quarter after quarter into it.
Oh yeah.
I remember playing this at an arcade and it was a lot of fun. I didn't really think about that Frogger is a really good game. It's it's got everything a game needs, like the catchy song and everything.
Yeah. No, I mean it's perfect.
It's perfect. It's like,
Frogger.
God.
Real good.
yeah. What's next? What do I want to try?
You wanted to play Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
It might be in there. Take a look inside the Commodore. There's a little slot.
Oh,
Yeah, look through those. See if there's a Hot Wheels in there.
Whoa. Okay, so we have a bunch of things. Are these?
Those are all confirmed working games.
Okay. Were these ours or no?
Yeah, those are ours.
Oh wow.
I think those are the ones that I know work.
Ghostbusters. There's a lot of stuff on this. What is all this?
Oh, that's just like that's somebody else's that they gave to us. We didn't really play it though. See if you recognize anything on there.
Video Vegas.
Mm.
Uptime. Mailing list, calculator, blackjack.
Yeah, there you go. There's some apps.
Yeah.
But I think there should be games in there unless they're down there. They might be down there.
In this?
Yeah. There's like a stack of game, not in there, under the table. Yeah.
Well, there's something on top of it.
Oh yeah, they might fall. Can you get to them?
I got it.
Nice.
Okay.
Can I see that pile real quick to see if those are like the ones that I know played? Thank you.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, here's Frogger on disc.
Oh, nice.
Sierra Online published a copy of it, a version of it.
I rotated these and now I can't fit them back.
Uh-oh. It's okay. Yeah, these are very dad-labeled games. I should show you guys this shit. Like, this is an example of a dad game. Is like, you get like dad would come home from our friend's house like this, with this.
You like go to a computer store and just buy like a huge stack of these, right?
It had like a printed out, yeah, it'd have a printed out list of what games are on it, and then a handwritten instructions for how to run it. You know, to type star dot star comma 1 and or star dot, what is it, 8 comma 1 anyway. Yeah, dad games. No, these aren't the ones. Are there any more down there? I think most of the games I wanted to play.
Here.
Oh, are there more? All right, let's see here.
Oh no.
I was hoping to find Street Fighter, but I'm not seeing it in this pile. Is it on the emulator? It's okay. Here, can I see this?
Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Let's see. Eagles.
There's a game here called
Kermit.
and there's a game here called Karate Champ.
No, it's not the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, it's not.
But I knew it wasn't the bird either.
No.
Most people aren't talking about the birds when they say go birds.
No. They're talking about
They're talking about
men.
the champions of the world.
Very large men who are fast, who run on their beautiful little tippy toes. So
Well,
peaceful.
yeah, I actually did have fun watching the game.
Yeah.
You know, I was saying I wish we were watching Australian rules football.
Okay, and then you explained to me what wait, sorry, completely forgot what you were explaining to me. Oh, right. How they
it's cute.
is adorable. No, you were explaining to me like that Australians basically play football but with no armor, no helmets,
Yeah.
no padding.
Oh my God, who made this? This is so good.
Yes,
They used a Beatles song.
They
Didn't
used a
give a
Beatles song.
shit. Who gives a shit? They're probably a dad making this game for their kids.
Joe's here for you says, I had the same shit given to my dad from another dad. Did all dads have access to the same printing technology? Yeah.
No, I died immediately.
What song is this?
Oh my God, I touched a wall. Holy shit. What is the object?
I guess that bottle of poison down there.
That was it. It turns everybody into cherries.
Nice.
No! They got me with
Except
that.
the snake.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like people saw Pac-Man, and then just like that's where their imaginations expanded to, and people were like trying to make like Pac-Man but more graphics, more shit going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more unpredictable patterns and stuff. But like, Pac-Man is so perfect. Not many games are impressive in that way.
This game is a little bit like Venture, isn't it?
It is a little bit like Venture. You're a little adventure guy.
Yeah, and what song is this stolen from?
A door.
Oxygen? It's adorable but kind of scary. Ah! Oh, this is like the game I made. This is like Dweebus.
Yes, this is a lot like Dweebus.
No! It's like, fuck you and die.
Just die in my game.
Just die in my game. You didn't even buy it.
Just die in my game.
Just die.
Yeah, no, it's like
my
you're
God.
just like
Oh, fuck.
giving someone like gentle anesthesia. Just die in my game.
This is a chibi song.
Let's listen to this.
It's like, oh shit. I said something stupid.
Yeah, no. It's just like, why don't you shut the fuck up?
I would really prefer if you would be quiet.
I would really prefer if you would be quiet. Like just echoing in his head.
Well, you know, we avoided having this song stuck in our lives for our whole lives. Until now.
Yeah.
Now we get to... Oh my god, there's like a whole genre of terrible video game music. Like, there was this one song in Secret of Mana that was just so trash that, like, I thought it was funny, but it was also really annoying. It was like this.
Just like this. Funny but annoying.
Like this game. It's quite beautiful, actually. It's got rainbow guys.
But you know, this is basically like people who cycle their LEDs, right? They're just like, huh? And meanwhile, like yeah, on the ColecoVision, you played a game like this with 2 colors.
Yeah.
And like no fancy stuff, and it wasn't maddening to play.
Oh, what about K? Oh, 12 is K. All right, let's see if Kangaroo is
Oh,
here.
right.
Oh, let's do some gonky dong. So this looks like a real Donkey Kong. The other one I played was not.
Oh, yeah. This looks very good.
Except it doesn't work.
Oh. That's too bad.
Yeah, I think it froze.
Man.
We were just waiting for him to do the thing. It's like Wreck-It Ralph. He's not gonna do it today.
Yeah, no, we're putting that little paper sign over our TV.
Yeah, because Donkey Kong made a face at me, but not the normal one.
No. The one my son expects him to make, where he cries. Oh, Kung Fu Master's on here. No Kangaroo?
Nah.
Oh. Oh,
Kung Fu Master.
is it Karataka on here?
What?
Karataka?
Is it a K?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess not. All right, well, Kung Fu Master will probably do the trick.
Yeah. Did we have that one?
I can't remember if we had this one. I guess we'll find out. Oh, yeah, we had this
Oh my
on
god.
Nintendo.
It's Kung Fu.
Yeah. Kung Fu.
What? I thought this was a Nintendo game. Is it a Nintendo game?
It is.
Oh, wow.
It's a Nintendo game, but it has fewer colors than this.
I don't know if I could even play. It's not. None of the buttons are doing anything.
Oh, you don't have a kick? This might not have a kick.
Okay.
Oh, you have to toggle between punches? Yeah, right. You weren't able to...
No! Wait, how do you do that?
I don't know. You toggle between punches and kicks.
Fuck! Looks like you can only kick. And die.
And die. Hey, Carl, what's going on? It's another beautiful day. Smell the salt air. Carl? Carl, did I kill you? Just quiet.
That's like as old as all your base.
Yeah. Yeah. And where are they now?
What, the creator of that?
All your base.
I don't know, because all your base wasn't really one person.
No, right. It was like 50 people on something awful.
Although I guess there was one person who made the remix. Did they, like, what?
Yeah.
Was it someone? It was probably someone different who made most of those like photoshops. And like someone else who made like the flash, and someone else who made the music.
Right.
And then like 10 to 20 other people in the thread making photoshops.
Right. Yeah, no, but I would say I would love to know what the musician is doing. I feel like that's pretty significant.
Yeah.
There's no music video without that song.
No, it needs the remix.
Oh, your bass. Yeah, no, you're right. That was around the same time as those Lonely Island videos, right? Although, yeah, no, I think so.
Right, like 2001.
Yeah. And then the G.I. Joe videos came out around that time too.
Oh yeah. Those were all the way back then.
Yes. G.I. Joe, it was it Fatal Farms? No, Fatal Farms did the Garfield video.
Yeah,
that was a few years later.
That was like 2000. That was like YouTube.
Yeah. They were like a viral video production company. I wonder if they still exist.
Yeah.
I think all right, so I don't remember if this was a joke or if they actually, did a job for HBO that they didn't like. Do you remember that?
Who, Fatal Farm?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
They made a video where they fucked up all the women from Sex and the City's faces to just make them look really distorted and weird. And they said that it was something they submitted to HBO as like, I don't know, part of some like event, where they made some, I don't know, film. I don't know. The story doesn't really check out that HBO would even commission them to do anything like this. Or the Emmys or whatever. I think it's a made-up story.
Okay.
Made-up story. But they just fucked up all the Sex and the City women's heads and shit.
Yeah.
With their like just showing off their video editing skills,
Die! Die!
Your Beavis here.
Fire! It's like I kept dying, so like you have to get aggressive.
Yes, you do. You just gotta keep saying "fuck you."
Fuck you.
I'm just thinking about you as like Mickey and Minnie Mouse shooting the shit out of that witch. You just gotta get through that.
Yeah, you just cut through the defenses.
Like, fuck you. No.
Fuck is what we get.
Or F you. Fuck.
It's like, fuck! It was cut off before the K.
Yeah, somebody came and took us away from the game before we could write that at the arcade.
But I guess you couldn't find Hot Wheels.
No.
That's
No.
okay.
We can try it another night. It was not very hard to set this computer up. So
There's got to be a dad still kicking, still has his discs.
yeah, still has his Commodore discs. Well, I have ours. I have our
Yeah.
dad's discs.
Joe Blade. Boy game.
Boy, definitely. I mean, we'll see, but I think so. More muscle.
1988.
All right.
This is cool. It's like if that date wasn't there, you wouldn't even know if this was old.
Yes. Yeah, again, it would just be like, is this a joke? No, it's always been a joke. It's always been funny.
Yeah, people think that they live in the present when they really live in the past. Especially Commodore 64 developers, especially ones who are still developing for it.
I mean, I think when these developers were making games, they were living in the future.
That's right. They had a more advanced computer than anyone they knew, probably. Or at least, like, one that you could bring around like this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Some of these games work like such ass. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. Maybe, I guess there are other systems, right? So they probably worked better on those, right?
Maybe, but...
Oh no!
Yeah, no, a lot of these games were not exclusively made for Commodore. This is just the port that they settled for, and it looks like shit. Well, I guess we saw a little muscle and a little action.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like more.
More?
Yeah, like you kind of need a baseline amount of muscle and action before you can call what you're offering more. Like more compared to what?
What are we talking about?
The promise that game made.
Well, I would have returned it to the dad, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, Dad, do something about this game.
Yeah, this game also doesn't seem to be working.
That's too bad. I thought that said Scooby-Doo for a second.
But this music is good.
Yeah. Thanks to this person. That beat sounds like when you die in Super Mario 3.
Yeah. It's like the sound when you throw something.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Too bad there's no version of Solstice for Commodore 64.
Although, what about Tim Fallon? Did he do any Commodore games?
Good question. I think we won't. All right, fine.
we can just not know.
Yeah, my phone's about to die. Let's see if I can dig anything up real quick.
That game would have been so exciting if it loaded. It's like, yeah, like what I mean is like people had energy and living in the now a long time ago, and that's cool to see. Because there's no replacement for that. You can make a game in the 2020s, but like you'll still have to have made it in a now.
Is there Ghouls and Ghosts? I think he might have done that.
Mickey Mouse. Is this the game? Is this Mousecapade?
I think Tim Fallon might have done the music for Quicks, that game we played before.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Oh my gosh, this is freaky.
Whoa!
He's got a gun. Kill that ghost.
This looks like Solstice.
This is like Solstice.
Fantasia music.
Yeah, Mickey fucked up. He released Pandora's box and all these ghosts came out.
Oh my god, and now it's like a little Zelda.
Yeah, this game has multiple play styles. What are you supposed to do? Oh my god, it's a maze.
This slaps too.
Yeah, this is good. People love this thing. They must have loved developing for it.
Oh yeah, no, this is a fun game. It looks nice and it sounds good. Fun. Not too stressful. Music's a little stressful.
Is this a real Mickey Mouse game, or is it like an unlicensed thing?
I don't know.
It does remind me a little of the DuckTales game. Like the way I was like I don't know how to explain it. Like the isometric look before.
Yes.
Like the fucking caves. Moving around in an isometric map, and it's like there's monsters everywhere that kill you.
So like is the isometric thing just like a world map view?
I don't know. I think it's just different rooms. So like in Fester's Quest, you go into a house and the game changes.
Other games he worked on. Chesterfield, Body Slam.
Oh my god.
Aegena's Prophecy, Scumball, and Quicks, which we played before. But I know there's more.
No!
Thank you, Andre Rizu. Let's see what they've got. Oh, there's like a lot to do in this part too. Oh my god, that fucking weird ass, like, the front Mickey looks like it's out of the style book and everything else looks all fucked up. Right?
He's fucked up looking, yeah.
But the walking ones do look more alive than that front on, full head-on one, which looks completely dead. The challenge with Mickey in the 80s was like they had to like find their way after Walt Disney died, and that meant that Mickey wasn't allowed to make a facial expression in the 80s. Am I onto something here?
Yeah, look at his face. It's the expression.
Yeah, Mickey had Botox in the 80s.
Ew.
In the 90s they started to give him a little more personality again. And you know, now he's been remade in all the different ways that he used to be. Like there's like gross Mickey Mouse cartoons. Like they've tried it all at this point. But there was a while where I feel like Mickey Mouse was strictly logo material.
Yeah, like Mickey, they didn't know what to do with him, which is crazy because he's their character. He's the character that they made because they couldn't use the other character that they wanted so dearly.
Yeah. Well, I think they decided at some point that like Mickey, instead of being a mischief, like a kind of a rural mischief maker, or like or maybe in the big city or something, but like they moved Mickey out to the suburbs in the mid-century, and they moved all his friends out there too, and since then they have been from the suburbs.
Yeah, and he got himself a beard.
Who did?
Mickey?
Did he? The other thing
he got married. He got himself a beard. I'm just telling you the goof truth. You may not like it.
I mean, I really should have known that, like, once you declared this, once you called your shot, you're going to find any reason at all to discuss and confirm your suspicion. I mean, what you know to be true about all of this.
It's true. I am giving away too much, but I'm just saying the rumors, the part that you knew about already.
The stuff that is like becoming true to you as you like live around the block from them. Like every day it's becoming more true to you.
Yeah.
I know what they're up to in their house around the corner. I know what they're up to over there.
I have to tell the story now because I never know when I'm gonna get whacked, or
That's
by
right.
who.
That's right. The people who are in charge of making sure you don't write Disney fan fiction are going to have quite a few eyes pointed at us.
Oh, what was the first letter of one of those Tim Fallen games?
Oh yeah. So Chesterfield, Body Slam, AI Gina's Prophecy, Scumball.
Let's try Scumball.
Yeah,
that sounds good. I made a handy little guide with paper and pencil, as one does when you're using this computer.
When you're using this computer, you're basically guaranteed to need to write something down. Like when I started going through our old games and organizing them for this computer, I had to print out instructions for quite a few of them.
Yeah.
You just have to have that.
There was instructions written on the floppy disks.
Yeah. You needed so much to get this shit going.
Yeah, you needed to be a dad, and you had to have 100 pencils at any given moment.
That's what being a dad is all about. Being prepared.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. This is Scumbag?
Scumball.
Scumball? With Tim Fallon's fucking prog rock.
Yeah, listen to these arpeggios. That's how you know it's him.
Yeah. Nobody else knew how to do that.
It's like, this is amazing that this is on Commodore.
I know.
I didn't think of Commodore as having that much beauty to it.
No, me neither. But like,
Maybe it's not a boy after all.
look at the beautiful UI on all of these games. People like went all out making these things look nice. They took up half of your screen.
No. Yeah, the other half of the screen is like UI stuff.
But that's part of what you're here for, right? Good looking oh, this is like Metroid looking.
Yeah.
That's unsettling.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how it is in Metroid. You just see a statue and you can't do anything. You just leave.
Yeah. Yeah, atmospheric.
Yeah, like this still feels like a UFO 50 game. It's
Absolutely.
like it's like you think it's a game made afterwards, but it was made in the moment.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, it's kind of amazing you're playing this game on the Commodore.
Yeah, I mean it's perfectly cromulent video game console.
Gabby, you say you're going to a LARP in August. What is the nature of this LARPing event? Oh, I see. Lovecraft. I've never read any Lovecraft. It was one of those boy things. Like I'm not saying it's a boy thing, but like when I was of an age where I probably would have really gotten into it, it felt real boy to me.
Lovecraft is 100% a girl thing.
Oh, really?
I've never known a boy who loves Lovecraft. I've known like a million girls though.
A million girls.
Oh yeah.
What about Cthulhu?
What about Cthulhu?
Boys love Cthulhu.
He's made of tentacles.
I don't know what to think anymore. I was probably just not hanging out with enough girls.
I knew a girl. I knew at least one girl who was, tattoo on her body of Cthulhu into Lovecraft stuff.
Wow. Okay. That was never my impression.
That's the impression that I have.
Well, it's unfortunate then that I thought it was for boys because I never checked it out. I could have a fucking tattoo of that right now. It could be right here. Right? There's an empty spot where it would have gone. I would have been like, Cthulhu gives me strength.
This game is called Blogger. Blogger, like another Google product.
Another thing Google bought and let die.
Yeah. Oh my god, I have to... That's quite a bit of flashing.
Yeah, that's not safe for the light sensitive.
Well, none of this is.
No.
Every single time we load a game, it flashes so much.
Oh my god, you're right.
But that was just annoying to look at. Burger Time.
Your friend who also liked Lovecraft came out as a trans woman in her 30s. Well, that's funny because it just like further confirms the girl thing.
It's a girl thing. Like 100%.
Man, wow. Didn't know. I just had no idea.
This is another classic arcade game that is not even near like the most popular, like Kangaroo. Although I guess it is a lot more popular than Kangaroo is. They made a million different versions of Burger Time.
Burger Time is a very successful game, and one time, like the first year I went to San Diego Comic-Con, I was 16. And I went with our older brother because my parents were not going to send me there by myself. And I hung out with all new people who I'd never met before. Like I made so many friends. And and I would go to all these parties with all these brand new people who felt like they were just like my brand new friends. And one of them, whose name I don't remember, I talked to him about how his dad made Burger Time.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now that's some dad stuff,
That's
right?
some dad stuff, yeah. Oh man. Like we had this for NES. I was always bad at it, but I still keep coming back for some reason. Maybe it's just because it's got great aesthetics. There's burgers involved.
Yeah.
It's definitely not, it's not like it's not a tippy top favorite like Miss Pac-Man, but
no.
There's also food involved in that game. Maybe it's something with food. I was thinking about this game a lot when I was playing Pizza Tower because they must have played this fucking game. It's like the same aesthetics of this like evil looking food that looks angry, or like it looks like a guy with like evil looking sunglasses looking cool.
Yeah.
It's like all this shit that's out to kill you, and you the chef are like, oh shit, the food's gonna eat me. Like
right. Oh, Mamma
perfect
Mia.
like 80s aesthetic.
Yes. No, like a cartoon chef who's running away from evil food.
Yeah, like what if the food got its revenge?
Yeah, that is what a thing that was funny at the time that perfectly translated into a video game.
Yeah.
I remember a different music. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's so good, right? Like the way it repeats, like a lot of games, like I've talked about this, how like certain games that are like really fucking with you, like really fucking you over, they have a song that is like the song is fucking you over too. Like where it just starts to repeat before you expect it to.
Yeah.
The timing is weird. Da-da-da-da.
That's the kind of music that should go with this game.
Yes, like, you're dead, fuck you. That's what they're telling you with the song.
What is that song again?
It's-
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, I don't
They
know.
play that so much in Looney Tunes.
Yeah. There's like a patriotic, like a John Philip Sousa song or something.
I'm not sure. I don't know what it's called.
Do you think that? But that was written totally separate from the Looney Tunes.
I don't think it's a Looney Tunes song or
No,
anything.
But I've been surprised by that before. Like for instance, did you know that that little boogie, that little right?
Yeah.
That is composed by Leon Schlesinger. That's not like an
Uh-huh.
actual like classical song or something.
Uh-huh.
I never knew that until recently.
I mean, that makes sense because, like, that song just sounds like they were just riffing. Like, I don't think they even planned to make that. Or, like, they just had an idea and made it in a few minutes.
Yeah, but then they used it in more than one Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
cartoon
yeah.
Because they liked it.
Yeah. It works for a few different purposes.
Yeah. But that tricked me into thinking it was classical music, you know?
Well, they did have a very talented band performing everything and, like, putting, like, a cartoon spin on it and doing the, like, timing they needed for the cartoon.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And like, setting the timing.
Yeah.
Calvin.
Right, playing the entire like orchestration to a cartoon, like nobody's been able to do that for a long time. Okay, do you know any like cool. Do you know any animators who are that big of a crank that they insist on like orchestrated music for their entire cartoon?
Well, let me think. Orchestrated music for their entire cartoon?
Yeah, like
There's plenty of people who do that.
well, yeah, but I mean like do they get a fucking symphony to do it?
No, they do it in box. Everybody does it in box, though.
Right. Yeah, everybody does it in box. Now that would be like that is now considered completely passé, not something that is necessary to convey what you're trying to convey. Like
No, I mean, Cuphead got an orchestra, but it was really just like a few people at a time. It wasn't like a massive orchestra, people wearing like bow ties and anything.
Right.
It was just like they got a few talented horn players and stuff, and they also had a musician that did stuff on the computer that, like, you know, a lot of it is composited together and stuff.
right.
I mean, you know, being a crank is very expensive. And I think also just finding the people must be hard.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Getting the right people together, getting the right collaborators together is not easy. It's very special when it happens. So like the more times you need to do that, the less likely your cartoon is going to get made. Oh my god, cute. They love the LED cycling.
Yeah, that rules. I love that.
Yeah. I think this is our last game. I'm pretty sure we're calling it a night. Unless you have something you want to talk about, Joe.
Oh, well, I wanted to talk about Seal.
And that commercial.
Yeah, that commercial. Because something you were talking about, I was thinking about. Oh, this is from 2017?
Oh, this is a new game. I see. Okay, so now we finally have confirmation
It
it's
says,
a brand new.
but it also
Right,
says 1983.
So wait, does that text explain it? I know you don't want to read, but
I don't think this is gonna work. It's not
Oh.
letting me launch it.
that's too bad.
All right, well, we'll play something else. Just like you were saying, like, man, he really needs money. He doesn't have endless money from that one song he did.
Wait, Oh, you mean the all your bass guy?
No, Kiss from a Rose.
Oh, right. I was just thinking of somebody else that might apply to. Well, the thing is, like, Kiss from a Rose was like, it's a long time ago, but like that song has had resurgences like more than once.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Oh, egg. I wouldn't doubt it. But let's talk numbers. How many views does it have on YouTube?
See,
this is good shit.
Before Seal gave up and just did that commercial, that question, let's talk numbers, how many does he have on YouTube?
Yeah.
Would have made him so fucking angry. That you even like look at it that way. It'd be such an affront to his whole life.
I'm trying to make a point here.
All right. Please continue.
I need you to guess.
Oh, what your point is?
Yes.
Wait, do you agree with that commercial or not?
I'm asking about the views.
Oh. How many views do I think Kiss from a Rose has on YouTube? $100 million.
Yeah, about
100 million.
It's like if you add up all of the uploads, it's like 200 million.
All right. So,
do you know how many views Not Like Us has? Just the one upload of it?
500 million.
200 million.
Okay.
So it has that much in its lifetime.
And it's been on YouTube for how long?
And it's a song that it's been on YouTube for 15 years. It's a song that we've been hearing for decades.
He has one.
Yeah, they made him do the fucking Seal thing.
They made him do the fucking Seal thing because his YouTube video doesn't have that many views?
Because it doesn't have billions of views.
Yeah, but what about like when people play that shit in a grocery store? Does that not mean anything ananymore?
No.
People are just playing their Spotify playlists and he's not getting shit.
He's not getting enough to live from just that song. He got a bump in views from that stupid commercial.
I'm sure like Netflix shows are using his song, right? Not enough.
It doesn't add up to enough.
It doesn't add up to enough to not do that commercial.
I
mean, this is like, on par with when I saw Brandy selling brandy. It's
no.
It's like the no that you say until you can't say no anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. But like, Seal put his head on a seal. It looked so bad.
Yeah, it was the shittiest commercial I've ever seen. And we still don't know what it's for.
No, I have no idea what it's a commercial for. I have no idea what the Hats Made of Skin was a commercial for. I have no idea what, like, seeing, like, Kanye West in his car was a commercial for.
He was selling swastika t-shirts!
They were t-shirts with swastikas on them?
Yes!
Oh.
That's what he was selling on the fucking Super Bowl!
He was selling a link to his website where he was selling swastika t-shirts. That's the only thing that was on there.
That was the only thing that was there.
Time to form how I feel about him. Let's see. Yeah, this is the perfect thing to do with the absolute end of my night. Let's think about Kanye West for a moment.
He couldn't possibly have ruined that Super Bowl.
No, I didn't know what it was about.
He is truly, what was the word I used? Desperate.
No, I was like having a conversation with Mike and I was seeing like Kanye's face in the corner of my eye and I had an entire conversation without looking at it.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I saw
like him at the dentist.
Was he at the dentist? He was like lying down.
Took a video of himself at the dentist.
Okay. And like I turned back to you after the commercial finished and I was like, what was that? And you're like, desperate. Desperate. I mean, it's so fucking pathetic. Like, and I mean, it's both true that it's fucking pathetic and that this guy is like sick in a way that we don't understand.
Do we really not understand it?
Well, it's a pretty boring form of sickness. We've been seeing quite a few billionaires perform it in front of us. But I mean,
we've seen this on Xbox Live. We've seen it since forever. You've seen it, and I've seen it in Gunbound. People saying anti-Semitic shit so that they can win.
Yeah.
It's bitch behavior. Kanye is a huge fucking pussy, and he should kill himself. He's not sick. He's a faggot. He's retarded.
Well, thank you, Joe. Thank you. I mean, I know what you're saying.
He's a 7-year-old who needs attention.
He is like...
He's so jealous of Kendrick. So fucking jealous.
Oh, yeah? Do you think that's why he played it?
That's why he tried to get his shit in. He tried to put his foot in the door. When they were doing the diss shit, I found this out about this today, that he made a remix, the most ass remix of Like That. I did not like that. It sucked. It sounds like butt farts. Kanye has no talent. I know you don't like to hear this. He's not good.
Well, I don't like to decide at the moment that they've become unbearably offensive that I never thought the music was
You were
good.
correct, yeah. But I have not been trying to listen to Kanye this whole time. I've heard him and I just didn't care that much. Some of it was good. Some of what I heard was good. But who gives a shit?
No, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, like, if you're gonna compare them, then that the timeline tracks. That, like, he started getting, like, you know, he started aging out of being able to, like, you know, throw his brand of chaos at his audience.
Yeah.
In front of an audience. He aged out to that just as Kendrick was starting to come into the kind of praise he was getting in a way that was just like so much more real and so much less desperate.
Yeah, although he's definitely desperate sounding.
Well, yeah, because he's willing to, you know, like wear his own desperation on his sleeve.
Yeah.
Kanye, you know, his main thing all this time is like whenever he's praised, he's like, I was right and I'm right. And like that was what he got out of the praise of his music, which is like, you know, very, very creative production and a lot of like braggadocio about how he rose to glory.
Yeah, Drake has the same fucking mythology about himself. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Well,
That's the first song I ever heard from you.
Yeah, no.
You started there. You started here.
Right, it was like when the Backstreet Boys said Backstreet's back on their first album.
When did you leave?
By the time you know about them, they have been installed.
Oh, it's cute. It looks like Heidi.
Oh my god, that's great.
Ah.
That does look like Heidi.
She's a dragon. Oh, right. I could like fly over it. But yeah, no, I mean, he got banned from Twitter after selling swastikas. He got his shop removed. So, you know, good for that. But, you know, the problem stays. People, I'm sure he'll get unbanned eventually.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, his music has to remain pretty fucking good for people to stay interested.
Right. That's the real reason he's got the gimmick, I think. People have speculated that he's about to drop a new album, and that, he wants us. You really want me to hear it? You fucking got my attention.
Yeah.
Like, Kendrick was so fucking good. Let's just think about that for a minute. That's that halftime show. I was anticipating it being good, and then I watched it 3 times. It was good.
Yeah.
I was happy to see a halftime show I actually cared about and wasn't disappointed. And Samuel Jackson was there.
Samuel Jackson, and perhaps by accident, there was a little bit of protest there too.
Yeah, no, there was not by accident.
All right.
Kendrick knew.
Do you think so?
Yeah, of course. He knew they were gonna do some shit. He knew they were gonna take him off immediately.
He wouldn't have to do it himself. He can let somebody else.
Yeah.
That guy is so brave. Like, I saw him on the news, and
he's like George Washington. He's like the president who killed everyone and became first president.
He just talks about like how he had an opportunity to dance in this show, and he knew that he couldn't face his maker if he didn't do something with that audience.
Oh my God.
The newscaster is so fucking cold. He's just like, so is this like a religious thing, or is this like a humanitarian concern that you have with it? And he's just like, the guy is just talking about how he just feels like compassion for his fellow man.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. And is not like the least bit disarmed by this guy's questions. And then the newscaster's like, well, it seems that you may now be permanently banned from NFL games. and he's just like he pretends to jump back in horror because they said that. And then he's like, get banned from the stadium? I thought I was going to get shot by Secret Service. I don't care about that. I can go home and watch a football game.
Yeah, like, does this idiot realize that, like, these people are being branded terrorists for doing that shit?
Yeah.
But, like, when you brand someone a terrorist in this fucking fake-ass country, they could just, like, do anything they want. They could spy on you. They could read your emails or I don't know. They could track you. I don't fucking know. They could do anything they want if you're a terrorist, and they could just call you a terrorist.
I mean, it's just he could not be more clear about what he set out to do. I haven't seen how the press has covered him, but I imagine they're going to say, like, well, his message was practically incoherent.
They will not cover it. It was easily covered up.
Mm-hmm.
They deleted the upload of Kendrick's show and re-uploaded it a few hours later.
So
and it was probably an edited version that didn't have the shit.
No, you're absolutely right. It didn't have the shit, but enough people did see it that like this is a story. I mean,
a story on Al Jazeera and nothing else.
No, you're absolutely right. I did see it on Al Jazeera.
Fuck ass American news.
No, absolutely. I mean, no, 'cause end of the night, I'm not going to get into this, but
we already did.
We are fucking into it. Every day I read the paper and I feel like I'm like implicit in a fucking crime reading the fucking news, the way this shit is being reported right now. It is absolutely maddening to live in this world right now and like to, be exposed. No.
What's wrong with you? Who are you? Sucker. You're no artist.
And I'm not even talking about what's happening. I'm talking about the way it's being reported. There is absolutely nothing stopping any of this shit from happening right now, including the media machine that is just like, they are sexually turned on by Trump's audacious idea. Audacious idea. That is simply devilish, Mr. President. That he's
Thank you, Seymour Skinner. You fucking liar. You fake person. Your entire life is a lie. You voted for Trump because he's delightfully devilish.
Oh, well,
Seymour.
he has such
Aurora Borealis.
He's got a very intriguing, a horrifyingly intriguing idea that we just have the Gaza Strip.
Beachfront property. I'm gonna shove Gaza up my asshole.
Oh my god. This fucking life. And what the fuck can you do about it?
Well, you could sacrifice yourself. You could try killing somebody and go to jail.
Okay, we have a
plan.
Well, well, we have two guys. They're both still alive.
Who, Diddy and Luigi?
Not Diddy. No, our new hero, the guy who held up the Sudan and Palestine flags.
Oh right, but you know he got deleted by YouTube.
Right, they deleted him, but I think his message will live on. And thankfully, he was not harmed.
You can still upload the video of him.
Yeah.
And they can't delete Israel parody.
No. Well, no. But I think he's worried about being deleted.
Oh, well, you know, it's more of a cold shoulder that you will get. Maybe you will suffer greatly, maybe not.
Right. But he got a cold shoulder. Only the people who wanted to care about that did.
Yeah. You know, nobody's talking about that, but you know, nobody's talking about the Thanksgiving protests either. There's one last year and this year, and it's all the same shit.
No.
You know, not that this is any different from Iraq 20 years ago.
No, but this is like the worst we've seen Gaza in our lifetime, and it's the most obviously, at least to me as an adult, that
yeah, and it feels like world politics have never been worse. Like, this is the closest we've gotten to just like, well, because, you know, Gaza is just like another proxy war, but like it could escalate into like, you know, America versus Russia or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a land grab. We're putting our stink all over it.
Well, you know, that's why we gotta make our own money and get money out of politics and maybe move to another planet. I don't know.
I was thinking about doing that. Yeah, no, it's just like America sucks dick. We're the worst. We're the worst in the world.
Well, America's just so fucked up. Like, you know, like what do we have to be proud of? Like unhealthy food that kills us?
I mean,
like what's everybody getting up making coffee for?
Our intellectual property, which was mostly created by people in the 20th century and is being exploited indefinitely.
Dude, that shit is so lame. I want that shit to end.
That's all we have.
That's all we have. I want it to end. I want all we have to end.
Well, in your lifetime, I think it might.
I mean, fuck Garfield as a brand. Let him be worthless.
Let Garfield
like every other cartoon character that's ever lived.
Well, I think Jim Davis, to an extent, allows Garfield to be parodied and bootlegged.
Well, I mean, he can't do anything about it. It's like
He's not very litigious, though.
Yeah, but like before the like Streisand effect, celebrities had a way different idea about what they could do. They could keep shit from you. Like they could like, you know, they could remove something like the Gaza flag from everywhere.
Yeah.
You'd maybe hear about from someone who was there
Right.
at the Super Bowl.
Right.
With good seats. Like how many people could even read that sign?
I didn't see it on TV. I saw it online afterwards.
Yeah, of course. I didn't see it. We were watching it.
We were paying close attention and we didn't see it. But, you know. A lot of people did see it. Yeah.
Yeah, on Twitter.
On Twitter. God damn it.
Yeah, I didn't see it at all on the Super Bowl. I just saw it on social media. All right, fuck this game.
There's a place you should check out if America is too much. Hint it rhymes with Granada. And then Gaby guessed Grenada.
Grenada.
I love Canada. I really do. I would be very honored to live there someday. It's not really possible right now, but I would love to live in Canada. It is a wonderful place in so many ways.
I don't know if I want to give up on America. It's just like it's lost its way, and I'm lost. Like I don't feel like I fit in here at all. Do I want to raise kids here?
I mean, it's the culture you know.
Yeah.
If you move to another country, then you're still only going to know how to be an American.
God damn it. I'm gonna be the fattest person there.
I mean, it depends where you go, but they're gonna razz you. You can expect them to razz you for sure.
Razz me?
They're gonna give you a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah.
Being an American in their country, they're gonna make you humble yourself a bit.
Yeah, they're gonna tell me I've had enough and laugh. It's like I'm gonna get the tiniest little portions and they'll laugh at my face when I see it.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's how it goes.
No! What am I supposed to do?
Is it like Marble Madness?
Maybe a little bit. This is badass. We definitely did not play even like a fraction of the games on this thing.
No, not even close. But there was just such a huge library. It was like a PC.
Did the Commodore have a long life? How long did people use it and develop for it?
I mean, like when did it stop for the first time?
The first time?
Well, yeah, because developers are still making games for it.
Oh yeah. I guess I just mean like, well, because I guess it was throughout the 80s because most of these stop at like 88.
That looks so cool.
Yeah.
It's like pseudo 3D. Once again, great UI.
Aesthetically, they're just like, it's just like pure. It's like paint straight from the tubes.
Yeah.
Unapologetic computer shit, like just like orbs and faces and giant floating letters.
Absolutely.
This is what people would think of when they think of computer games.
Right. So wait, you can fit on the ones where there's just one little gap? How does that work? How are you crossing those gaps? Cool. That looks like World Runner.
Oh my god. This is hard like World Runner.
Yeah. Yeah, 3D-ish games are really hard.
This is a cool game though.
Oh, I see. It's bouncing, so you go over it when you're in the air?
Yeah, I also just got that. I thought it was just like timed, but I see it now. It's bouncing. I'm a little ball. A little bouncing around guy.
Cute.
Let's see. Do we have any final things to talk about?
Yeah, we're going a little too late tonight. We gotta wrap it up.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's give Thingus hero status to Ada Lovelace, the first computer programmer. At 17, she was writing programs for Babbage's theoretical analytical engine.
And he was the inventor of the computer as we know it.
Yes, the computer which he was just talking about and hadn't actually completed.
I mean, that is like marriage goals for me right there. It's like Babbage and Lovelace. They just like.
Were they married?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Interesting.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
They just, you know, I think that was one of the reasons I loved the idea of Sierra too, because
Husband and wife,
and Ken was like building the hardware to keep up with his wife's imagination.
Cool.
Isn't that beautiful?
Do we have any Sierra games?
On here, no, we only have Frogger, which they published. I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
They probably did do King's Quest for C64. You could see, I guess.
There's just like so many games. Already distracted by another one.
I know, but we do need to say goodnight.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Boy game.
Like,
100% boy.
Look at this.
You can't even. Yeah, this is like in a different language that you can't even see it. It's like if you made this as like in a movie in the 80s, like a boy is playing a game, they'd tell you to tone it the fuck down.
Oh my god, yeah, this is way too.
It's like no boy plays a game that looks like
this
that.
This would be like a scratch game that Oscar started playing when I wasn't looking.
All right, let's check for King's Quest and then say goodnight.
All right. You think it's probably not running correctly? What do you think, Joe?
Nothing seems to be running correctly. Like, I would say at least 30% of these have been glitchy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this is the only way to play them, you know?
Yeah.
Like I can probably optimize certain games, but I'll never optimize all of these, and nobody ever will ever again.
No King's Quest, but we have Clax.
All right. Okay, we're gonna end it on this.
Yeah.
Cool. Tengen. It is the 90s, and there is time for Clax. It is the 90s.
It's the 90s. Get with the program.
That was such a thing in the 90s
to say it's the 90s. Well, I guess people were excited about the century and the millennium ending, that like there was like a big milestone.
Babbage was not married to Lovelace? That's her married name?
Don't tell her that. She had a fantasy about it.
I liked it. I liked that.
Well, she was 17, so it would have been inappropriate.
Well, what was this, 100 years ago?
Sure, yeah.
Nah, they would have been fine with it. Everyone would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I repacked this.
Yo!
Before.
Bitch is holding out on us. You passed the shit.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good one.